Hello, my dedicated English learners! Welcome back to our channel. Before we start this game-changing lesson, I want to say something from my heart. I upload new videos to our channel every day for you to learn and grow. Don't forget to support me so I can continue doing this. You can help me see our channel in front of more people by subscribing, becoming a member, liking, and commenting on each of my videos. Please don't forget to do these. Thank you so much. Now, let's talk about a method that will transform your English in just 30 days. Let me tell you a true story. I have a student named Maria who studied English for 3 years. She knew all the grammar rules. She had a vocabulary of over 3,000 words. Her test scores were excellent. But when she went to a coffee shop and tried to understand the barista speaking quickly, she froze. She couldn't understand anything. The barista was speaking normal, natural English, but it sounded like noise to Maria. Does this sound familiar? Teaching note: this is one of the most common problems. Understanding textbooks, but not real conversations. Today, I'm going to teach you a revolutionary method, the 30-day listening challenge. This isn't theory. This isn't complicated. It's a simple system that has helped thousands of students finally understand real English conversations. The problem? Traditional learning focuses on reading and grammar. Your ears aren't trained. The solution? 30 days of active listening to authentic English. The result? You'll understand real conversations, speak more naturally, and feel confident. What we'll cover today: why traditional methods fail for listening, the 30-day method explained, active listening techniques, the listening-speaking connection, your complete 30-day action plan. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Ready to transform your English? Let's begin.
First, let's understand why you can read English but can't understand conversations. The textbook trap. Most English courses focus on grammar rules, vocabulary lists, written exercises, slow, clear audio recordings. The problem? Real life is nothing like this. Real English conversations are fast, use slang and idioms, have unclear pronunciation, include interruptions and filler words, and have different accents. Key vocabulary: the learning problem. Authentic means real, genuine, not created for learning. Comprehension: understanding what you hear. Natural speech: how people really talk. Context: the situation and background information. Exposure: contact with something over time. Teaching note: authentic means real English from real situations, not simplified for learners. Comparing the two approaches. Textbook English: hello, how are you today? I am fine, thank you. Where is the library? Real English: hey, how you doing? Good, good. Hey, do you know where the library's at? See the difference? They're saying the same thing, but real English uses contractions, like how are you doing turns to how you doing. Drop sounds, like do you turns to dia, and uses casual grammar, like where's it at instead of where is it. My personal story. I studied Spanish for months using textbooks and apps. I knew hundreds of words. I understood grammar. Then I went to Spain. People spoke to me and I understood nothing. It was devastating. That's when I realized studying words and grammar alone wasn't enough. I needed to train my ears to understand natural speech. Common expressions you won't find in textbooks. No worries, it's all good. Means don't worry, everything is fine. I'm beat means I'm very tired. It's on my bucket list means something I want to do before I die. I've got a lot on my plate means I'm very busy. It turns out means in the end, I discovered. Practice. Repeat these phrases. No worries, it's all good. I'm completely beat today. That's definitely on my bucket list. Teaching note. These expressions are extremely common, but rarely taught in textbooks.
The key realization. You don't have a knowledge problem. You have an exposure problem. Your brain hasn't heard enough real English to recognize patterns and understand natural speed. The solution? Change what you listen to and how you listen to it. Now, let me explain the exact method that will transform your listening ability. The 3 core principles. Principle 1, consistency. Listen every single day. This is the most important rule. You must listen to English every day for 30 days. Why 30 days? Your brain needs time to adjust to English sounds. Patterns become recognizable through repetition. Daily practice creates a habit. How much time? Minimum 15 to 20 minutes per day. Ideally 30 to 60 minutes. When to listen? While commuting, while cooking, while exercising, while cleaning, before bed. Teaching note. The key is making listening a daily habit, like brushing your teeth. Key vocabulary. Consistency. Daily equals every day. Habit equals something you do regularly without thinking. Consistency equals doing something regularly over time. And routine equals a regular pattern of activities. Commit equals to promise yourself to do something. Principle 2, active listening. Engage with the content. Don't just hear English. Actively listen to it. What is active listening? Technique 1, repetition and mimicry. When you hear a phrase, pause and repeat it out loud. Example, you hear, I'm gonna grab a coffee. You say, I'm gonna grab a coffee. Copy the exact rhythm and pronunciation. Technique 2, note-taking. Write down words or expressions you don't know. Example, you hear bucket list. Write it down, look it up later, then use it in a sentence. Technique 3, context guessing.
If you don't understand a word, try to guess from context. For instance, I was completely broke after that shopping spree. Even if you don't know broke or spree, you can guess it means spending too much money. Technique 4. Focus on patterns. Notice how native speakers link words together. Like, what are you becomes whatcha. Use contractions. Like, I am becomes I'm. And stress certain words for emphasis. Teaching note. Active listening means your brain is working, not just your ears. Practice this right now. I'll say a sentence. You repeat it, copying my rhythm. I'm thinking about going to the movies tonight. Do you want to grab a bite after work? I've been meaning to call you.
Principle 3. Diverse content. Listen to different types of English. Don't just listen to one thing. Expose yourself to variety. What to listen to? 1. Podcasts. Conversational style. Real people sharing stories. Natural speech patterns. Good for understanding rhythm and natural flow. 2. Interviews. Questions and answers. Turn-taking in conversation. Interruptions and overlapping speech. Good for learning how real conversations work. 3. Audiobooks. Clear pronunciation. Complete sentences. Narrative structure. Good for improving pronunciation and vocabulary. 4. Comedy. Jokes and wordplay. Cultural references. Slang and informal language. Good for understanding humor and cultural context. 5. Different accents. American English, British English, Australian English, and various regional accents. Good for preparing for real-world diversity. Teaching note. Variety prevents boredom and trains your ear for different speaking styles. Key vocabulary. Content types. Podcast is audio program you can download. Interview is a conversation with questions and answers. Audiobook is a book read aloud. Accent is how people from different places pronounce English. Narrative is a story being told. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Here's something amazing. When you improve your listening, your speaking improves automatically. Why this works? Your brain is like a sponge. When you hear phrases repeatedly, they become stored in your memory. Later, when you speak, these phrases come out naturally, without thinking. This is how babies learn. Babies listen for 12 to 18 months before speaking. They absorb patterns, rhythms, sounds. Then, speech just happens naturally. You can use the same process. Key vocabulary. The connection. Absorb means to take in and learn naturally. Pattern is a repeated way of doing something.
Internalize means to make something part of your thinking. Spontaneous, happening naturally without planning. Fluency, speaking smoothly and easily. Teaching note: internalize means the language becomes automatic, part of your thinking.
Real-life example. A student listened to podcasts for 30 days. He heard this phrase many times. It turns out he never studied it, never memorized it, just heard it. Then, one day, while speaking, he naturally said, "I was worried about the exam, but it turns out it was easy." The phrase came out automatically because his brain had internalized it. How listening improves speaking. 1. You learn natural rhythm. Instead of speaking like a robot, you speak smoothly and naturally. 2. You learn common phrases. Instead of creating sentences word by word, you use ready-made expressions. 3. You learn pronunciation. Instead of pronouncing each word separately, you link words together like natives. 4. You learn when to use expressions. Instead of just knowing definitions, you understand context and timing. Vocabulary through listening. When you learn vocabulary through listening, you learn so much more than the definition. Example, the word broke. Textbook definition, having no money. What you learn from listening, I'm completely broke. Emphasis word, I went broke after vacation. Past tense usage, I can't go out, I'm broke. Casual conversation. The tone of voice, sometimes embarrassed, sometimes joking. When people use it, after spending money, before payday. Practice these vocabulary-rich sentences. I was completely broke after that shopping spree. I've got a lot on my plate this week. I hit rock bottom, but then I decided to start fresh. These phrases teach vocabulary plus grammar plus context and emotion all at once. The storytelling benefit. By listening to stories, you learn how to express emotions. I was so frustrated. Show change, like I used to be shy, but now I'm more confident. Build suspense, like you won't believe what happened next. Use descriptive language, like the pancakes were steaming with maple syrup dripping down the sides. These skills make you a better speaker. Now, let me give you your complete 30-day plan. This is simple and will fit into your daily life. Your 30-day listening challenge. Week 1. Build the habit. Goal: listen 15 to 20 minutes daily. What to listen to? Start with slower, clearer content. English learning podcasts, audiobooks for learners, clear news broadcasts. Focus. Just get used to daily listening. Don't worry about understanding everything. Week 2. Active engagement. Goal: 20 to 30 minutes daily, plus active techniques. What to add? Start repeating phrases out loud. Keep a notebook. Write down 3 to 5 new expressions per day. Focus. Begin using active listening techniques. Pause, repeat, note take. Week 3. Variety and challenge. Goal: 30 to 40 minutes daily. What to listen to? Add more challenging content. Interviews, comedy podcasts, different accents. Focus. Push yourself slightly.
It's okay to not understand everything. Week 4, integration and assessment. Goal, 40 to 60 minutes daily. What to do? Try having a conversation in English. Assessment. Notice your progress. Focus. See how much easier speaking has become. Daily routine template. Morning, 10 minutes, listen while getting ready. Commute, 20 minutes, podcast or audiobook. Evening, 10 minutes, listen while cooking or cleaning. Before bed, 10 minutes, relaxing English content. Total, 50 minutes spread throughout the day. Where to find content? Free resources. YouTube, podcasts, interviews, stories. Spotify, podcasts. BBC Learning English. This channel, hint hint. News websites with audio, TED Talks. Tracking your progress. Keep a simple journal. Day 1. Understood about 30% of podcast. Day 10. Understood 50%. Recognized more phrases. Day 20. Understood 70%. Could repeat many expressions. Day 30. Understood 85%. Spoke more naturally today. Important mindset. Remember, don't expect to understand everything immediately. Progress happens gradually. Every day you listen, you improve even when you don't notice. Mistakes are good. They show you're trying. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Your mantra, every time I listen, my brain gets stronger. You now have everything you need for the 30-day listening challenge. Quick recap. The 3 core principles. Consistency. Listen every single day. Active listening. Engage with the content. Repeat. Note take. Guess. Diverse content. Vary what you listen to. The 4-week plan. Week 1. Build the habit 15 to 20 minutes. Week 2. Active engagement, 20 to 30 minutes. Week 3. Variety and challenge, 30 to 40 minutes. Week 4. Integration, 40 to 60 minutes. Key insights. Listening improves speaking automatically. Your brain absorbs patterns naturally. Context teaches more than definitions. Understanding real English greater than perfect grammar. Your challenge. Starting tomorrow, commit to 30 days of daily listening. Mark it on your calendar. Tell a friend. Make it official. What will you listen to for your first day? Write it in the comments. Also, tell me, what's been your biggest challenge with understanding real English conversations? Remember, you're not trying to be perfect. You're training your brain to recognize English patterns. Every minute of listening makes you better. Thank you for spending 30 minutes with me today. I believe in you, and I know you can do this. Start your 30-day challenge tomorrow. I'll be here every day with new content to support your journey. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and trust the process. Your ears will thank you.
Hello, my wonderful English learners. Welcome back to our channel. Before we start this life-changing lesson, I want to say something important. I upload new videos to our channel every day for you to learn and grow. Don't forget to support me so I can continue doing this. You can help me see our channel in front of more people by subscribing, becoming a member, liking, and commenting on each of my videos. Please don't forget to do these. Thank you so much. Now, let's solve one of the biggest problems holding you back from fluency. Let me ask you a question. When you want to say something in English, what happens in your mind? Does it go like this? You think in your language, you translate the sentence word by word, then you speak in English. If this is you, you're experiencing the translation barrier, and it's the number one reason you speak English slowly, make grammar mistakes, and sometimes freeze even when you know the words. This 3-step mental process is exhausting and prevents natural fluency. Today, I'm going to teach you something that will transform your English forever: how to think directly in English without translating. This isn't magic. It's not impossible. It's a skill you can learn with simple daily practice. Imagine this. You see a dog, and immediately the word dog appears in your mind. Not your language first, then translating to dog, just dog. Imagine planning your day in English, talking to yourself in English, dreaming in English. This is what we call thinking in English. And by the end of this 30-minute lesson, you'll have a complete system to develop this skill. We'll cover why translation is holding you back, 5 simple techniques you can practice today, a 4-step daily plan, how to make English thinking automatic. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Ready to stop translating forever? Let's begin.
First, let's understand exactly why mental translation is a problem. The bridge analogy. When you start learning English, your native language is like a bridge. It helps you cross from I don't understand to I understand. For example, you see this object. You think silla, Spanish, to chair, English. At first, this bridge is helpful. But if you want to become fluent, you need to remove the bridge. The goal. You see chair, you think chair directly, no translation. Teaching note. The bridge metaphor helps learners understand they're not eliminating their native language, just removing the translation step. 4 major problems with translation. Problem 1. You're too slow. Real conversations happen fast. If you're translating, someone asks you a question, you translate the question to your language, you think of an answer in your language, you translate your answer to English, you finally speak. By this time, the conversation has moved on. People think you're not interested or don't understand. Problem 2. It's exhausting. Your brain is working 3 times harder than it needs to. After 10 minutes of conversation, you feel mentally tired. Problem 3. Grammar mistakes. Different languages have different grammar structures. Example, Spanish is casa roja, house red, adjective after noun. English is red house, adjective before noun. If you translate word by word, you make mistakes. Problem 4. It never becomes natural. Translation means English will always feel like work, never like communication. Native speakers don't translate. Children learning their first language don't translate. You need to learn the same way. The solution: train your brain to think in English directly. This takes time, but it is possible with the right techniques. Let's learn those techniques now. Here are 5 simple techniques you can practice every single day. Technique 1. Describe what you see. This is the easiest way to start thinking in English. How to do it. Look around you right now. Describe what you see in simple English sentences in your mind. Practice with me. Think these sentences. I see a window. There is a table. The wall is white. I'm sitting on a chair. I can see my phone. Teaching note. This builds direct associations between objects and English words. When to practice. Walking to work or school. Sitting in a waiting room. Cooking in the kitchen. Any moment you have free time. What if you don't know a word? Great. Write it down and look it up later. This builds your vocabulary naturally. Technique 2. Think about your plans. Use English for your internal planning and reflection. Morning practice, 1 minute while getting ready. Think in English about your day. Today, I will study English. I have a meeting at 10 a.m. I need to buy groceries. I want to call my friend. Practice now. Think these sentences. Today, I will. I need to. I want to. Evening practice, 1 minute before sleep. Think in English about what happened. Today I went to work. I had lunch with a colleague. I watched a movie. I studied English for 30 minutes. Practice now. Today I went to. I watched.
Teaching note. Using English for daily planning makes it feel practical and personal, not academic. Technique 3. Visual thinking. Direct association. This is the most powerful technique for removing the translation bridge. How it works? When you see an object, force yourself to think the English word directly. Let's practice together. I'll show you objects. Think the English word immediately. Don't translate. Apple. Think it directly. Coffee. Phone. Car. Book. Tree. House. Clock. The key instruction. Don't think, what's that in my language? Oh yes, and in English it's... Just think apple. Directly. Teaching note. This rewires the brain to prioritize English associations. Daily practice. Choose 5 objects in your home. Every time you see them today, think the English word directly. Tomorrow, add 5 more objects. Technique 4. Shadowing. This is my personal favorite and one of the most effective techniques. What is shadowing? You listen to a native speaker and repeat exactly what they say immediately after they say it. How to shadow? Find a short video or podcast, 30 seconds to 1 minute, play it, repeat each sentence immediately, copying the speed, the rhythm, the pronunciation, and the feeling. Let's practice right now. Repeat after me. I love learning English. Today is a beautiful day. I'm thinking in English right now. This is becoming easier. I can do this. Teaching note. Shadowing trains the brain to process English at native speed without translation.
Daily practice. 5 to 10 minutes per day is enough. Use YouTube videos, podcasts, TV shows, English learning channels like this one. Technique 5. Narrate simple actions. Turn boring activities into English practice. How to do it? While doing simple tasks, describe your actions in your mind in English. Example, cooking. Think, I'm washing the rice. I'm adding water. I'm cutting the onions. The food smells good. Example, cleaning. Think, I'm sweeping the floor. I'm folding the clothes. I'm wiping the table. Example, getting ready. Think, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm washing my face. I'm putting on my shoes. Practice now. Think these sentences. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm washing my hands. I'm drinking water. Teaching note: using present continuous, ing form, for actions happening now is perfect for narration. When to practice? Cooking breakfast, getting dressed, cleaning your room, making coffee, any routine activity. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Now, let me give you a complete daily plan to integrate all these techniques. This is simple and takes less than 10 minutes total. Step 1. Morning. Plan your day. When? While brushing your teeth or getting dressed. What to do? Think in English about your plans for the day. Simple template. Today I will. Activity. I have. Appointment. Meeting. I need to. Task. I want to. Goal. Example. Today I will go to work. I have a dentist appointment at 3 p.m. I need to finish my report. I want to study English. Practice your own now. Think about your plans for today. Step 2. During the day, describe what you see. Ongoing. When? Any free moment. What to do? Look around and describe your surroundings in simple English. Examples throughout the day. On the bus, I see many people. The sky is cloudy. That building is tall. At lunch, the food looks delicious. My coffee is hot. The restaurant is busy. Walking home, the sun is setting. I'm feeling tired. The street is quiet. Teaching note: this doesn't take extra time. You're just thinking differently during time you already have. Step 3. Anytime, listen and shadow. When? Choose a specific time each day. What to do? Find a short audio or video and practice shadowing. Recommended times: morning, during breakfast, lunch break, while eating, evening, before dinner, before bed as you relax. Good sources: this YouTube channel, hint hint, news clips, podcasts for English learners, movie scenes. Remember, just 5 minutes is enough. Consistency matters more than duration. Step 4. Night. Review your day. When? In bed, before sleeping. What to do? Think in English about what happened today. Simple template. Today, I, past action. I went to place. I talked with person. I felt emotion. Example. Today, I worked hard. I went to the gym after work. I talked with my mother on the phone. I felt happy and tired. Practice your own now. Think about what you did today. Teaching note. Using past tense for evening reflection practices a different grammar structure. Total time investment. Morning, 1 minute. During day, 0 extra minutes, just different thinking. Shadowing, 5 minutes. Night, 1 minute. Total 7 minutes of dedicated practice plus awareness throughout the day.
Let's talk about what to expect and how progress happens. The percentage progression, week 1, maybe 10% of your thoughts are in English. Week 2, 15 to 20% in English. Month 1, 30% in English. Month 2, 40 to 50% in English. Month 3, 60 to 70% in English. Month 6, 80+% in English. Even 10% is a great start. You're building a new skill. Be patient with yourself. When will it become automatic? The goal is to reach a point where you think in English without trying. This doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly, gradually, naturally, like learning to ride a bicycle. One day you'll suddenly realize, wait, I've been thinking in English for the past 10 minutes and I didn't notice. That's when you know the skill is becoming automatic. Common questions. Will I forget my native language? No. Thinking in English doesn't replace your native language. You're just adding another way of thinking. What if I make mistakes in my head? That's perfect. Mistakes are how you learn. No one can hear your thoughts, so this is the safest place to practice. Can I really do this? Yes. Thousands of people have successfully learned to think in English. If they can do it, so can you. The key to success? Consistency beats intensity. 5 minutes every day is better than 2 hours once a week. Small daily practice builds the habit. The habit creates the skill. The skill becomes automatic. Congratulations! You now have a complete system for thinking in English. Quick recap. The 5 techniques. Describe what you see. Think about your plans, morning, evening. Visual thinking, direct word association. Shadowing, repeat after native speakers. And narrate simple actions. The 4-step daily plan. Morning, plan your day 1 minute. During day, describe surroundings. Ongoing. Anytime, shadow practice 5 minutes. Night, review your day 1 minute. Remember, be patient with yourself. Start with 10%. That's enough. Mistakes are normal and good. Consistency is more important than perfection. Small daily practice creates big, long-term results. Your homework. Today, before you go to sleep, spend 1 minute thinking in English about what you did today. Use simple sentences. Don't worry about mistakes. Tomorrow morning, spend 1 minute thinking in English about your plans. That's it. Just start with 2 minutes per day. What technique are you most excited to try? Write it in the comments. Also tell me what percentage of your thinking is currently in English. Thank you for spending 30 minutes with me learning this powerful skill. Remember, you're not just learning English, you're rewiring your brain to think differently. Keep practicing, keep thinking in English, and keep believing in yourself. You've got this. Until next time, happy thinking.
Hello, my wonderful English learners. Welcome back to our channel. Before we start today's super practical lesson, I want to say something important. I upload new videos to our channel every day for you to learn and grow. Don't forget to support me so I can continue doing this. You can help me see our channel in front of more people by subscribing, becoming a member, liking, and commenting on each of my videos. Please don't forget to do these. Thank you so much. Now let's solve one of the biggest problems English learners face.
Let me tell you a true story. A student named Daniel studied English for 5 years. He knew all the grammar rules. He had excellent test scores. But when he went to a coffee shop in New York and tried to order a croissant, the cashier looked confused. Daniel pronounced it perfectly, according to his textbook, croissant. But the cashier didn't understand until another customer said croissant, the way Americans actually say it. This is the problem we're solving today. Have you ever experienced something similar? You understand English when you read it or when your teacher speaks slowly, but when you listen to native speakers in real life, it sounds completely different. They speak fast, use strange expressions, and the pronunciation doesn't match what you learned. Today's lesson is about bridging that gap. We'll explore why real English sounds so different from textbook English, common phrases you won't find in textbooks but hear every day, practical scenarios with real expressions, how to train your ear to understand natural, fast English. By the end, you'll understand why native speakers say things like, "Want to grab a bite?" instead of, "Would you like to have a meal?" And you'll know how to handle real-world situations confidently. If you like this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Are you ready to learn real English? Let's begin.
Let's understand exactly why real conversations are so much harder than your English textbook. 3 major differences. 1. Speed and rhythm. Textbook English says, "How are you doing today?" Real English says, "How you doing?" said in 1 second. Native speakers don't pause between words the way your textbook shows. Words blend together. More examples. "What are you doing?" turns to, "What you doing?" "Do you want to go?" turns to, "Do you want to go?" "I am going to" turns to, "I'm gonna." Teaching note, these contractions and blends are called connected speech, essential for natural English. Number 2, informal language and slang. Let me tell you about Emma. She went to a business meeting in Canada. Her manager said, "Let's touch base next week." Emma knew the word touch and the word base, but together, she was confused. Touch base means have a quick meeting or conversation to update each other. Common expressions not in textbooks. Touch base equals have a brief meeting. Grab a bite equals get some food. Catch up equals talk after not seeing someone for a while. Hang out equals spend casual time together. Run by equals quickly tell someone about something. Practice. Repeat after me. Let's touch base tomorrow. Want to grab a bite after work? We should catch up soon.
3. Pronunciation versus spelling. Remember Daniel and the croissant? English spelling and pronunciation often don't match. Common pronunciation surprises. Wednesday sounds like Wednesday, not Wednesday. Comfortable sounds like comfortable, not comfortable. Vegetable sounds like vegetable, not vegetable. Interesting sounds like interesting, not interesting. Teaching note: native speakers naturally reduce syllables in long words to speak faster. The bottom line: textbook English, clear, slow, formal, complete sentences. Real English, fast, informal, with slang, reduced sounds. Both are correct, but you need to understand both to communicate effectively. Let's learn real English for common travel situations. Scenario 1. At the airport. A student named Sophia arrived in Australia. The immigration officer asked, "Do you have anything to declare?" Sophia froze. Declare sounded serious and legal. She panicked. What it really means is, are you bringing any food, alcohol, or items you need to pay tax on? Real airport phrases you need to know. What's the purpose of your visit? Equals, why are you here? Tourism, business, study. How long will you be staying? Equals, how many days, weeks? Anything to declare? Equals, do you have special items to report? Enjoy your stay. Means have a good time here. Practice these responses. I'm here for tourism. I'll be staying for 2 weeks. No, nothing to declare. Thank you very much.
In New York, I asked someone, "Excuse me, how do I get to Central Park?" They replied, "Very fast. Just head straight for 2 blocks, take a left at the lights. You can't miss it." Let me break that down. Head straight means go forward, keep walking straight. For 2 blocks, 2 street sections. Take a left means turn left, not turn to the left. At the lights, at the traffic lights. You can't miss it. It's easy to find, very obvious. Teaching note: you can't miss it is a very common phrase meaning something is easy to find. Practice asking for directions. "Excuse me, how do I get to the train station? Is it walking distance? Could you repeat that, please?" Scenario 3. Hotels and problems. Real situation: the Wi-Fi wasn't working in my hotel room. Textbook way: "Excuse me, I am experiencing difficulties with the wireless internet connection in my accommodation." Real way: "Hi, The Wi-Fi isn't working in my room. Can someone help? Common hotel phrases. I'd like to check in or check out. Could I get a wake-up call at 7 a.m.? The AC isn't working. AC is air conditioning. Is breakfast included? What time is checkout? Useful responses from staff. Let me check on that for you. I'll investigate the problem. I'll send someone up right away. Someone will come to your room soon. We'll sort that out. We'll fix the problem. Teaching note. Sort out is very common British English for fix or resolve. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us.
Now let's learn English for daily social situations. Scenario 1. Ordering food. A student named Mark went to a cafe. The cashier asked, "For here or to go?" Mark hesitated. He knew here and go, but this combination confused him. What it means: will you eat here in the cafe or take it with you? Real cafe or restaurant phrases: can I get a? Not I would like a, too formal. Example: can I get a cappuccino, please? For here or to go: eating here or taking away? That'll be $5.50. The total price is $5.50. Anything else? Do you want anything more? Here you go. Here's your order. Practice ordering. Can I get a large coffee, please? Pause. For here. Pause. No, that's all, thanks. Pause. Teaching note. Can I get is much more common in casual speech than I would like or may I have.
Scenario 2. Small talk. Maria was nervous about small talk with colleagues. She thought it was unimportant, but she learned it's a huge part of everyday life. Common small talk openers. How was your weekend? Monday morning classic. Any plans for the weekend? Thursday, Friday question. Terrible weather today, isn't it? Talking about weather is universal. How's work treating you? Equals, how is your job going? Long time no see equals, I haven't seen you in a while. Responding to small talk. Pretty good, thanks. What about you? Reciprocate. Ask back. Nothing special, just relaxing. It's okay to be casual. Yeah, I know, right? Agreeing about weather or situation. Practice this mini conversation. Person A. How was your weekend? You. Pretty good, thanks. Went to the movies. What about you? Scenario 3. Talking about hobbies. This is a great, low-pressure way to practice English. Real expressions for hobbies. I'm really into equals, I really enjoy. I'm really into photography. I've been getting into equals, I recently started enjoying. I've been getting into hiking. I love. Simple and perfect. I'm trying to equals, I'm attempting to learn or improve. I'm trying to learn guitar. Example, I'm really into cooking. I love trying out new recipes. Recently, I've been getting into Asian cuisine. What about you? Are you into cooking? Teaching note. Adding, what about you? Encourages conversation flow
It's very natural. Practice talking about your hobbies. I'm really into. I've been getting into.
Let's cover English for work situations. Business idioms you must know. Remember David from London? He understood English well, but was confused when his colleague said, "Let's wrap things up." Wrap things up means finish, conclude. Essential workplace idioms. Touch base. Have a brief meeting. Circle back to that. Return to discuss this point later. Keep me in the loop. Keep me informed. On the same page. Everyone understands and agrees. Move forward. Proceed, continue. Practice. Let's touch base next week. We should circle back to this point. Please keep me in the loop. Meetings and emails. In meetings. Could everyone please confirm their availability? Let's schedule a follow-up. Any questions before we wrap up? In emails. Formal start. I hope this email finds you well. Informal. Hey, just checking in about. Closing. Looking forward to hearing from you. Teaching note. Formal level depends on your relationship with the person and company culture. Asking for clarification, very important. David learned to say, "Sorry, what does touch base mean?" His colleagues were happy to explain. Don't pretend to understand. Useful phrases. Sorry, could you repeat that? What does word mean? Could you explain that in simpler terms? I'm not familiar with that expression. These phrases show you're engaged and learning, not that you're incompetent.
Now let's talk about how to practice and build confidence. Technique 1, shadowing. This means repeating what you hear immediately after hearing it. Watch a TV show or podcast. When someone speaks, pause and repeat exactly what they said, including rhythm and intonation. Why it works? Your brain learns patterns. Your mouth builds muscle memory for English sounds. Technique 2, asking questions. Don't fake understanding. When you hear something new, ask, "Sorry, what does that mean?" Or, "Could you say that differently?" People are usually happy to help. It's not embarrassing, it's smart. Technique 3, practice with passion. Talk about topics you love. If you love football, practice describing matches. If you love cooking, describe recipes. When you're passionate about the topic, speaking becomes easier because you're focused on the message, not the grammar. Teaching note. Emotional engagement makes language learning more effective. The ultimate goal. It's not about being perfect, it's about being clear and feeling comfortable while communicating. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. Every conversation, successful or awkward, makes you better. Key mindset shift. Don't think, "I need to speak perfectly." Think, "I need to communicate my message clearly."
Today, you've learned that there's a big gap between textbook English and real-world English, but you can bridge it. Quick review. The 3 main differences: speed and connected speech, slang and idioms, pronunciation versus spelling. Key real-world phrases. Touch base means brief meeting.
Grab a bite means get food. For here to go means eat here or take away. Wrap things up means finish or conclude. You can't miss it means easy to find. Your action plan. Listen to authentic English daily, podcasts, TV shows, YouTube. Practice shadowing. Repeat what you hear. Don't be afraid to ask, what does that mean? Focus on communication, not perfection. Remember, every native English speaker learned by making thousands of mistakes. You will too, and that's completely normal. What's one phrase from today that you want to start using? Write it in the comments. Also, tell me, what's the biggest challenge you face with real English conversations? Thank you for spending 30 minutes with me today. Keep listening to Real English, keep practicing, and remember, you're not trying to be perfect. You're trying to communicate effectively. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and don't be afraid of mistakes. They're proof you're trying.
Hello, my wonderful English learners. Welcome back to our channel. Before we dive into today's important grammar lesson, I want to say something from my heart. I upload new videos to our channel every day for you to learn and grow. Don't forget to support me so I can continue doing this. You can help me see our channel in front of more people by subscribing, becoming a member, liking, and commenting on each of my videos. Please don't forget to do these. Thank you so much for your support. Now, let's begin a lesson that will finally help you understand one of English's most confusing grammar topics. Let me ask you a question, and think carefully about which sentence sounds correct. I visited Japan in 2015, or I have visited Japan in 2015. I worked here for 5 years, or I have worked here for 5 years. If you're not sure, or if you sometimes use these tenses randomly, today's lesson is for you. Past simple and present perfect are two of the most confusing tenses in English. Many students understand them in theory, but struggle to use them correctly in real conversation. Teaching note: these tenses are confusing because both talk about the past, but they have different meanings. Today, I'm going to teach you these tenses in a special way, through storytelling. I'll share parts of my life story, and you'll hear exactly when and why I use each tense naturally. By the end of this 30-minute lesson, you'll understand when to use past simple. I did, I went, I saw. When to use present perfect. I have done, I have been, I have seen. The exact difference between them. How to use them naturally in conversation. We'll also practice the shadowing technique, repeating what I say to train your mouth and brain to use these tenses automatically. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Are you ready to master these tenses once and for all? Let's begin with my story.
I'm going to tell you about my career, and I want you to listen carefully to when I use past simple and when I use present perfect. Don't worry, I'll explain everything afterward. My career journey.
My first job was in a small coffee shop near my school. I worked there for 6 months when I was 18 years old. I cleaned tables, I made drinks, and I talked to customers every day. After university, I decided to find a more serious job. I applied to many places, and finally, I got a position at a language center. I started teaching English in 2010. Now, I have worked as an English teacher for 15 years. I have taught in 3 different schools, and I have moved to a larger city. Over the years, I have created hundreds of lessons, I have designed many lesson plans, and I have organized speaking clubs for students. My first lesson was a disaster. I was so nervous, but I have become more confident over time. Because of my students, I have become not just a better teacher, but also a better person. I have watched students grow and change. I have received hundreds of messages from people whose lives were changed by learning English. This has been the most rewarding part of my career. Did you notice the pattern? Let me shadow that last part with you. Repeat after me. I have worked as a teacher for 15 years. I have taught in 3 different schools. I started teaching in 2010. My first lesson was a disaster. Teaching note: shadowing means repeating immediately after the speaker to train your pronunciation and rhythm. Now, let me explain what's happening here. Grammar explanation. The key difference. Past simple. Use when the action happened at a specific, finished time in the past. Key words are yesterday, last week, in 2010, when I was 18 years old, 3 years ago. Examples from my story. I worked there for 6 months when I was 18 years old. Finished time, I don't work there now. I started teaching in 2010. Specific year, finished moment. My first lesson was a disaster. Specific past event. Structure. Subject plus past verb. I worked. I started. I was.
Present perfect. Use when the action started in the past but has a connection to now. Keywords for, since, already, yet, ever, never, up to now. 3 main uses. 1. Life experience. Unspecified past time. I have taught in 3 different schools. In my life, at some point. 2. Continuing situation. Still true now. I have worked as a teacher for 15 years. Started in past, still continuing. 3. Recent past with present result. I have become more confident. Happened in past, result is now. Structure. Subject plus have or has plus past participle. I have worked. I have taught. I have become. The critical difference. Past simple equals finished story, disconnected from now. Present perfect equals connection to present moment. Common mistake: don't use present perfect with specific past time words. Wrong. I have worked there in 2010. Right. I worked there in 2010. Wrong. I have started teaching yesterday. Right. I started teaching yesterday.
Now let me tell you about my travels. Again, listen for the 2 tenses. My travel adventures. I took my first trip abroad when I was 19. I went to France for 1 week, and it opened my eyes to the beauty of travel. The next year, I traveled to Spain for 3 weeks. I studied the language and I lived with a host family. In 2015, I spent almost a month in Japan. I climbed Mount Fuji, and it was one of the hardest things I have ever done. That experience taught me about determination. Since then, I have visited more than 30 countries. I have stood under the northern lights in Iceland. I have watched sunrise in a desert. I have eaten street food in Thailand. I have sailed on a small boat in Greece. Travel has taught me more than any classroom ever could. It has taught me patience, how to find joy in simple moments, and how to connect with people. But my journey isn't finished. I haven't seen South Africa yet, and I haven't explored South America properly. Those adventures are still waiting for me. Practice with me. Repeat these sentences. I went to France when I was 19. I have visited more than 30 countries. I climbed Mount Fuji in 2015. I have eaten street food in many countries. Notice how past simple tells completed stories, while present perfect shows life experiences. Deeper understanding. When telling complete past stories, use past simple. I went to France for 1 week. Finished trip. I climbed Mount Fuji in 2015. Specific past event. I lived with a host family. Finished experience. When showing life experience or unfinished totals, use present perfect. I have visited more than 30 countries. In my life, total so far. I have eaten street food in Thailand. Life experience, time not important. I have stood under the northern lights. Experience I can talk about now. The negative form reveals the difference. Past simple, negative. I didn't go to Japan last year. Specific time, finished. Present perfect, negative. I haven't seen South Africa yet. In my life up to now, but maybe in future. Time expressions that signal each tense. Past simple, signals, yesterday, last week, in 2015, when I was 19, 3 years ago, in March. Present perfect signals, ever, never, yet, already, so far, up to now, recently, just, for, since. If you like this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Let me share my health journey to give you more examples. My health transformation. When I was younger, I didn't take care of my health. I ate a lot of fast food, I drank too many fizzy drinks, and I slept only a few hours each night. At age 25, I decided to make a change. I joined a gym and I started running. In the beginning, I couldn't run more than 2 kilometers, but I kept trying. 2 years later, I completed my first half marathon. That was in 2012, and it felt amazing. Since then, I have maintained a gym routine 3 to 4 times a week. I have stopped eating fast food daily. I have started cooking more at home. I have tried swimming, hiking, and yoga. For the past 5 years, I have meditated almost every morning. I have spent time in nature. I have learned that small habits over a long time can change your life. I'm not perfect. I have missed gym sessions. I have eaten junk food sometimes, but I haven't given up. And that's what matters. Let's practice together. Shadow these sentences. I decided to make a change at age 25.
I have maintained a gym routine for many years. I completed my first half marathon in 2012. I have learned that small habits matter. Special focus, for versus since. These two words are crucial for present perfect. For is duration, how long. I have exercised for 5 years. I have lived here for 3 months. I have studied English for 2 years. Since is starting point, when it began. I have exercised since 2019. I have lived here since January. I have studied English since I was a child. Common mistake. I exercise for 5 years. Missing have. That's I have exercised for 5 years. I have exercised since 5 years. Wrong word. I have exercised for 5 years. Already, yet, and just. These words work specifically with present perfect. Already means completed earlier than expected. Affirmative. I have already finished my homework. She has already eaten lunch. Yet means up to this time. It's usually for questions and for negative sentences. I haven't finished yet. Have you eaten yet? We also have just, which means very recently. I have just arrived. She has just left. The position in the sentence. Already is either before the past participle or at the end of the sentence. Yet is at the end of the sentence. Just is before the past participle.
Let me give you a complete comparison to make this crystal clear. Quick decision chart. Ask yourself, is the time mentioned or important? Yes is past simple. I visited Paris in 2020. I met her last week. I worked there for 5 years, but I don't work there now. No is present perfect. I have visited Paris many times. General experience. I have met her before. Time not important. I have worked here for 5 years. Still working here. Ask yourself, does it connect to now? No is past simple. I was a student. Finished. I'm not a student anymore. I lived in Tokyo. Past situation. Ended. Yes is present perfect. I have been a teacher for 10 years. Still am. I have lived in Tokyo since 2020. Still live there. Common sentence pairs. Let me show you how changing the tense changes the meaning. Pair 1. I lost my keys. Past simple. Specific moment. Might have found them. I have lost my keys. Present perfect. Result now. Still lost. Pair 2. Did you eat lunch? Past simple. Asking about specific past time. Have you eaten lunch? Present perfect. Asking about now. Are you hungry? Pair 3. I read that book last year. Past simple. Specific time. I have read that book. Present perfect. I know the content now. Pair 4.
I went to Japan 3 times in 2019. Past simple, finished year. I have been to Japan 3 times. Present perfect. Life total.
Final practice. Your turn. Think about your own life. Try to create these sentences. One thing you did at a specific time in the past. Past simple. Example: I graduated from university in 2018. One thing you have done in your life. Present perfect. Example: I have traveled to 5 countries. Something you have done for a period of time that continues. Present perfect. Example: I have studied English for 3 years. Post your sentences in the comments. I'll help you if you make mistakes. Congratulations! You've just completed a comprehensive lesson on past simple versus present perfect through real-life stories. Key takeaways. Past simple. Specific, finished time in the past. Completed actions. Time words. Yesterday, last week, in 2015, ago. Present perfect. Connection to present. Life experience. Time not mentioned. Continuing situation. For, sense. Time words. Ever, never, yet, already, just, for, since. The most important question is, does this connect to now? Yes equals present perfect. No equals past simple. Remember, these tenses help you tell your story. When you can tell your story in English, using the correct tenses naturally, you will truly feel that the language belongs to you. Your homework. Write your own life story using both tenses, 5 to 10 sentences. Record yourself telling it. Listen back and check your tense usage. Shadowing practice. Listen to this lesson again and repeat everything I said. This will train your brain to use these tenses automatically. Thank you for learning with me today. Keep practicing, keep telling your stories, and remember, grammar is just a tool to help you share your experiences with the world. What's one thing you did yesterday? Past simple. What's one thing you have done in your life? Present perfect. Share in the comments. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing. Your English journey is a story worth telling.